So, we're back again with another lesson from Mr. Passanavaya himself, Mr. Vest Guardian. Today I just want to take the time out and talk about the late Charlie Kirk. Just want to start out saying condolences to his kids. I know it's hard. Well, I don't know this personally, but I know it has to be hard to lose your father, especially as a young man. I think he was 31. That's crazy, especially given the fact that my father had me at 40. But I just want to start off saying that, I don't wish death on anybody, even though death comes for certain people, especially when you spew certain rhetoric. Always, in the words of my man Freeze, we gotta put some love in our body, get some water up in our system, hydrate. While you hydrate, let's have a brief moment of silence for Charlie's family. Alright. So, we got that out of the way. It's time to the ignorant shit. Charlie Kirk. A man that has said a lot of inciting things. If you agree with him, it incited happiness out of you. If you disagree with him, it incited anger out of you. I see a C on Charlie Kirk. I don't care about him either way, but I do follow and pay attention to things, and I know where he stood on the magnitude of the liberal versus Republican ideology of things. And it's fitting that a man that talked about race as much as he did had the timely demise that he had. He loves spewing things about black people are violent, black people are vile, they can't control themselves. He's one of those people that like to talk about black fatigue. And it's fitting that somebody that harps on black fatigue so much, his demise came from the hands of somebody that looks like him, meaning a white man. And not only did it come from a white man, it came in the predominantly white state of Utah, in a predominantly white university at what was a university, Utah Valley University. And the whole premise is you reap what you sow. And today, I'm going to be, since I'm a biblical person based on my father, I'm going to be using the Bible verse, the Bible verse, yes. We're going to be using, which a lot of people know, reap what you sow. That's going to be found in the book of Galatians, which is very poignant of Charlie Kirk's timely demise. And what is today? Wednesday, September 10th. They say that he was shot around 1 p.m. Utah time. I think that's Mountain time, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 2 hours behind us. So that would be 3 o'clock over on the East Coast where I'm at. But Charlie today, he finally reaped what he's been sowing. He's been sowing seeds of, in the words of Sonny off of the morning show, divisiveness. He's been reaping seeds of divisiveness. And the Bible talks clearly about these actions and what are you going to receive from these actions. So, if you don't have a Bible, I don't have my Bible with me right now. It's upstairs. But I am using the book of Google. And if you can just Google Galatians chapter 6, King James version. I hope King James wasn't a virgin. But King James version. I'm going to start reading at verse 5? Yes, verse 5. And it starts with, "For every man shall bear his own burden. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things." Not some good things. So, Charlie Kirk, he wasn't teaching in all good things. The black fatigue, the or when the airplanes was going down, oh, all these black DEI hires is causing all these airplanes to crash, and all this other rhetoric he was pushing to his followers and people with hive minds that's like him. It's crazy. All right, let's keep going to verse 7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever so a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall the Spirit reap life everlasting. That's very poignant. When you preaching death, you're going to get death. You're preaching life, you're going to live. All of his sermons were about all of his sermons. Well, you can say that. All of Charlie Kirk's sermons were about black hate, black fatigue, black people getting on my damn nerves. But his timely demise came from a white man. He was sowing all these seeds from his flesh of corruption, and he died of corruption. I think and I'm a 2A guy myself. I'm a firm believer that we have the right to bear arms. But I think he made the statement that some gun deaths are okay just so we can have the 2A, the Second Amendment, right to bear arms. You make statements like that and you got killed by a gun. Like I said, I am totally for guns. I'm born in the South, raised in the South, and hopefully when I pass, I'm going to be my remains is going to be scattered among the South. But when you usually run around, you're preaching, you making sermons that black people are so bad, black people can't do no good, all they are is welfare queens and things of that nature. Some of that stuff can be true. But when you package it in this glittery, shiny package that the white man can do no wrong, this is what you get. You get a white man shooting at you. I was having a conversation with my sister. She said he thought he was safe because there weren't no black people around. Sips water. He really thought he was safe. There was no black people around. He had nothing to worry about except speaking his rhetoric. But he did have something to worry about. He has a shooter that was out to get him. Now, as soon as I seen it, well, my sister, she was talking to somebody. They said Charlie Kirk just been shot. I went straight to Twitter, searched Charlie Kirk, boom, saw our video, saw it from long range. As soon as I see it, I said, oh, he didn't make it. My sister sent me another video. It was like, did you see this video? It was a video, a closer view. Blood gushing out his neck. Oh, yeah, he didn't make it. For the fact that news outlets were saying that he was in critical condition, like our eyes is deceiving us, makes me also wonder, what else are they trying to deceive us about? What are they trying to do with Charlie Kirk? They obviously are trying to make him a martyr. But for why? Most people don't know who he is. He's not Martin Luther King. Most people knew who Martin Luther was. Most people knew who Malcolm X was. Most people don't know who Charlie Kirk is. I can call all my black homeboys right now, and probably none of them know who Charlie Kirk is. But for them to try to act like he didn't die immediately, they was trying to come up with a way to spin the story. I also was seeing that it looks like they said they had captured an older white man that claimed he had did the shooting. That it said back in 2013 he had got arrested for some bomb threats in Utah. Then I seen another report that said they didn't have anyone in custody. So what's really going on? Like a lot of people say, oh, his death was I can't think about what it's called right now. My mind is going blank. But his death was a ritual. It was a ritualistic killing. But for who? Usually in these ritualistic killings, he would kill his son. his wife, his daughter. Not kill yourself. I don't know, Kobe Bryant, but for what? What is this death on the day before September 11th, September 10th, the day before September 11th? Why did this happen with the white man Charlie Kirk getting killed by a white man in the great state of Utah? I keep saying Utah is a white state, right? Let me look at the demographics of Utah. Utah demographics. Let's see how white Utah is. Let's see. All right. I just seen it. Population. All right. The state of Utah is 88.6 white or European. So you know he thought he was safe. In a place that's 88% white, what is it, African American? 1.6% African American? So out of every 100 people, it's not even 2 black people? Let's look at the demographics of Utah Valley State. Let's look at this real quick. This is like Utah Valley State. I keep trying to make this I keep trying to make Utah Valley a HBCU. It's Utah Valley University. It's like, I'm thinking it's like Grand Valley State or something like that. Like, let's see. All right, 50% male, 49% female, race and ethnicity. 78% white. 1% African American. Once again, the vast majority of these people is white. Even when in the video, you ain't see not one black person. You ain't see not one black person. And then when he got shot, his last words was gang violence. This is my whole issue with black fatigue. Everybody who talks about black fatigue has never been done wrong by a black person. What they call being done wrong is they try to cut into in front of a black person chastise them. They try to placate a black person, and the black person didn't let them placate them. They try to undermine a black person and let a black person undermine them. This is their experiences with black fatigue. Because we always know in America, violence is always going to be done by your own people. Charlie Kirk is the prime example of that. I'm black. I don't worry about getting done bad by white people. I get worried about done bad by my own people. It's like my cousin said to me one day, ain't no black man buy a gun with the thought process of using it against a white man. A black man buys a gun with a thought process he may have to use it against another black man. Why do we have all these conservative whites running around here talking about black fatigue when they haven't done nothing to them? See, my father, he was born in the 40s in Jim Crow, South Carolina. So when he talks about white people, he talks about white people because white people have done something to him. Not because he got on, well, he likes TikTok now. Not because he got on TikTok and he seen 2 white people fighting each other. Oh my God, we're getting so tired of this. Look at this. They're fighting each other. I'm so tired of this. So you pushing all this black fatigue. You got people like Anton Dales. Oh yes, black fatigue is real. Black fatigue. Anton, what black people you around? You say you rich as a motherfucker. Like, what black people you around, bro? Like, it's crazy. And you see people crying and talking about, oh my God, he was Martin Luther King. He was this assassination is like our Martin Luther King. He's nothing like Martin Luther King. I'm not a Martin Luther King guy, but he's nothing like Martin Luther King. Charlie Kirk had that Turning Point USA movement. And I remember, like right before the pandemic, he brought in a lot of black people. And most of them black people, after they took them pictures with White Daddy, you ain't never seen them with that man again. I was watching this Hotep Jesus interview. I was watching his live right when the story broke. He said when he met Charlie Kirk, he said he felt a dark energy emanating from him. I believe it. He wouldn't go as far as saying it's evil. I don't want to put words in his mouth. And he actually said that. He said, I don't want to say it was evil, but there was dark energy coming from him. September 10th, 2025 is proof that there was dark energy coming from that man. It was so much dark energy coming from him, a white man took him out. That was that much, like, you would think, well, I would, of course, with a black man. Ain't no black person want to risk getting vagina to kill a white man. I'm just going to be completely honest. Ain't no black man risking getting vagina to kill a white man. He know that if he kill a white man, that they going to stick all types of burritos in his mama ass until his mama give him up. He know that, and I know that. That's why as soon as it happened, I already knew who it was. Even if the guy that they caught didn't do it, it was still a white man who did it. Who else was going to do? Who else could? If they seen if a black man was anywhere close to that campus would have been on lockdown before a shooting ever occurred. He was in an 88% white state, a 78% white university. If a black person was around, that would be a red flag. But you didn't need a white man around. When you go around and let me go back to it. Let me go back to Galatians chapter 6. Chapter 6 verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. When you're not teaching in all good things, you go back to chapter verse 5. For every man should bear his own burden. You're going to bear your burden. You're going to bear your burden for not speaking positivity. My father was born in the 40s. My whole life he told me not to trust white people. You would never hear me spewing the rhetoric and not trusting white people. Because I know as soon as I start spewing that rhetoric, like my man Fabulous said, how you want it in the abdomen in the back. Because friends, your enemies get you from the front, friends stab you in your back. As soon as you start speaking that rhetoric, it's going to be somebody that's the closest to you that's going to get you. Not your enemy. You never got to worry about your enemy. It's always the people that's closest to you that you got to worry about. In this case, the white person. Just like with me. I'm not worrying about white people. They see me, they going to grab their wife. The wife going to grab the husband going to grab the wife. The wife gonna grab the purse, and the kids, they all just gonna be, oh my God, look, it's God. And I know that I was talking bad about God, and he's gonna come punish me. That's exactly how it feels. Like with Charlie Kirk. You was not preaching positivity. You was preaching negativity. And I don't condone violence, but violence is always going to be the answer at the end of the day. Sonny Johnson had a tweet that said, we was using our voices with words. Words was all capital. This is absolutely disgusting. It's funny because I just told my sister, You can always tell when somebody's raised by their mother because they can think they can jump into battle without getting hurt. It's a reason why I don't get in these race wars or these political wars, because I have family that's dependent on me. I'm not about to be out here risking my life pushing an agenda with people who don't care nothing about me for a little fame and glory. Boy was 31 years old. I'm 35. He ain't even seen no life yet. But you wanna run around here wanting to be somebody you're not. He wanted to be Martin Luther, and he wanted to be Malcolm X. See, how old were they when they died? Let's see. He wanted to be these guys so bad, and he ended up dying a young man just like they did. Should have restarted my computer before I started. Let's see how old was old Martin. 29 and 68. So he was 39. He was 39 when Martin Luther was, let me make sure. Yep, he was 39 when he died. A young man. Once again, my father had me at 40. Died a young man. Let me see when my man's Malcolm X died. Ralph Abernathy. It's always funny seeing Ralph Abernathy name, especially when you live in South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina. You always on the Ralph Abernathy Highway. All right, let me see my man Malcolm X. 25 and 65, so he was 40. So think about that. The two black men, well, he was 39. He didn't reach his 40th birthday yet. So they both died at 39, which is very funny that they both died at 39. Esoterically, the 9 and the 6 is interchangeable. So they both died when they was 3 times 6, which is what, 666. That's kind of funny, but that's neither here nor there. But what I was just saying, it's funny that these guys are saying that he's the Martin Luther and Malcolm X of our day, but he died way younger than these boys did. Like, whoa, and they was actually in a different time frame where to stay alive as long as they did was already crazy. But that's what happens. That's what happens, Willie. When you're not preaching life, you're preaching death. When you're sitting here running around lying to everybody, telling everybody, oh, black people do so bad and the white man is great. Like, come on now, every group of people have good and evil incorporated in them. So just to try to make it seem like all white people are inherently good, just because we're 60 years removed from segregation, like people that's not alive still wasn't going through that time where you sicking dolls on people, hitting people with water hoses and things of that nature. Act like all of that never happened because it didn't happen when you was alive and you never seen it, so people can't talk about it anymore. And then you want to act like when black people are committing crimes against another black person, it's the worst thing in the world. Like, oh my God, I'm not safe. And you got all these people crying. You got people saying, oh, it's an attack against white Christian nationalists and all the white Christian conservatives. I'm like, who was attacking these white Christian conservatives? Other white Christian conservatives? Utah's a Mormon state. Let me go check. Is Utah Valley? Utah Valley. I'm about to say, hit them with a Utah Valley State again. Is Utah Valley University a Mormon school as well? Let's check it out. Well, it's a public university, so it might not be. Nah, it doesn't like it's a Mormon school. It's founded in 1941. Campus is in Provo, just west of BYU. BYU is a Mormon school. Nah, it's a state school, so no. So no, it's not a Mormon school, but odds are still a lot of Mormons go there because Utah is a Mormon state. So you was around a lot of people that's like-minded, had your guard down because you was with friends and not foe, and got shot in the neck. It's sad, really. Talk about gun violence and all this. Does this constitute as a school shooting? It should. And then this happened in Utah, in the state right beside Colorado, in Denver. I seen a report that 2 high schoolers got shot. But that's going to overshadow, Charlie Kirk's story is going to overshadow that because he's Charlie Kirk. But in my closure, let Charlie Kirk be a lesson to you. If you are on Facebook, IG, Twitter, TikTok, and you are spewing hateful rhetoric, I don't care if it's something that you fully believe in. If you are on this, oh, white people are bad, white people are evil, black people are bad, bad people are evil, women are bad, women are evil, men are bad, men are evil. You spitting this rhetoric, stop. You've seen the outcome of Charlie Kirk. Don't let that outcome happen to you as well. Use this as a learning experience. If you don't want your wife to be like Charlie Kirk's wife and she's in mourning right now. You don't want your kids to be like Charlie Kirk's kids and in mourning right now. His parents is most likely still alive. His parents is mourning. If he has siblings, his siblings is mourning. His cousins, aunts, uncles, friends. Think about these people when you out. You just want to say whatever comes to your lips. Think before you speak. Like my grandma Vella used to say all the time, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. That's why I've been quiet. I've been a deaf mute. Don't hear no evil, and I ain't speaking no evil. Because every time I cut on the tube, I get on my phone, it's always the same. I always see evilness. Like, oh, can we just stop it? I can't even watch sports without people hating on my man Shador Sanders, calling him Deion's son. Can't watch sports. Can't get on YouTube without, oh, black women are bad, black men are bad. And now it doesn't, white people want to be black people so much. Now it's white people, oh, white men are bad, white women are bad. And it's spilling over to the Indians and all these other people. Watching that interview, Indian boy said, I don't want to talk to Indian women, they stink. Nigga, what about you? Nigga, you don't think you stink? Or you got around a black man, because he had black haircut and dressing like a black man. You got around a black man, they taught you how to clean yourself. Taught you how to put on deodorant. Like, use Charlie Kirk as an example of watching what you say. Stop. I grew up in a very Christian household. My parents used to have my sisters and I listening to this Christian rap group called DC Talk. And one of the tracks used to be, you don't have to follow the crowd. Follow the crowd. Y'all don't have to follow the motherfucking crowd. You came in this world by yourself. You got this thing that's not connected to anybody else's. Use it and stop trying to be accepted by everybody. Even if they let you in the crowd, they're not going to accept you in the crowd. You're still going to be an outsider in the inside. So once again, in my closure,